There is both an east and a west section of this park, of which we will share a little bit of both sides. Hi everyone.
Hey there.
Of course, loud trucks go by right away.
Yeah.
Welcome to RV Afterlife. We are, of course, Roger and Delana.
Of course.
And we are getting ready to start exploring Saguaro National Park. And this is one of the few little park signs that I've ever seen. I mean, it's little. But anyway, I'm going to just stand up and give you a little quick view around just the entrance. Is beautiful. So we're pretty excited to get a chance to visit this park. And it's a beautiful April day, probably what, about 75, 78 degrees.
Going to a high of about 82.
Yep, so it should be a beautiful day to be out in the park. We're here at a beautiful time of the year when the desert is in bloom, so lots of yellows and golds around. This is the Rikon Visitor Center. It's on the east side of Saguaro National Park. Can't even imagine how tall those cactus are. Probably 40 feet high, maybe?
30.
This is the 8-mile loop. And as we saw at the front entrance, the desert is just busting with flowers, just beautiful. I am 5'6", 5 maybe, and this prickly pear cactus is probably a little over 6 foot tall. The saguaro right behind it, what we learned in the visitor center is that they grow to about 150 years and get to be about 40 foot plus tall. The sign shows a map of the area and refers to the Sonoran Desert as a thriving wasteland. It is just stunning. This 8-mile loop has just got a lot of little turnouts so you can get out and safely take pictures of the countryside. This is referred to as a cactus forest, one we have not seen before. And like Roger said, it almost looks like a fruit on it. Huh. Can't imagine how old that is. It's not 40 foot tall, but maybe, I don't know, 30. I don't know, there's something almost majestic about this. We have seen just a ton of the yellow ones, of course, but now look at some of the white flowers growing. And look at the size of that saguaro. Look at the flowers go all the way up that hill. Just so pretty. This area is called the Javelina Rocks, and the Javelina pig actually finds shelter in these rocks, of which I'd like to not come across. There's Roger at the very top of the hill. Here we are on day 2 at Saguaro National Park, and already we're on the west side today. I believe it's called the Mountain something Visitors Center. I'll get that correct in a minute. but already it looks really kind of different here. On the way down a very, very hilly, curvy road to get to the national park, Roger actually saw a coyote in a parking lot just watching the traffic go by. And we're seeing a different kind of cactus here than we saw yesterday. So we're pretty excited to get a look at this side of the national park. Unfortunately, this is where operator error took over again, and I lost most of the video for the rest of the movie. So I just want to tell you a little bit about the Visitors Center. They did a beautiful job of blending this Visitors Center into the landscape. There are trails all around. There are also signs that say beware of rattlesnakes, so we did not get off the beaten path very often, probably never. But there were so many unique cactus, and some of them, as you see this next one, it looks almost like you should take it down because it's, I don't know, from my human eye, deformed looking, but it's unique and it's allowed to just thrive. They have a lot of signage around the walking path so that you know what the different plants are. We did learn a lot about the desert and how the rains affect the desert. It was quite interesting. You could spend easily a good hour or more just at the visitor center there. This next slide shows the viewing platform up there on the right hand side. It overlooks a wash area, and I'm going to just insert a picture of the wash because it is interesting about how the earth is moved around. And I just couldn't take enough pictures of this trellised area outside. It offers little to no shade, but very cool shadows everywhere. And it just goes around the perimeter of the visitor center. This is a viewing deck. And especially during the rainy season, this would be a safe place to watch the floods, the waters that come in and move the soil around. Apparently it's quite violent, and that area gets a lot of silt and things that helps the desert to bloom and also makes it very fertile for we decided just to stop other plants. Here at the last pullout and be surrounded by these beautiful cactus and just end our video here. And operator error, so I'm just going to close the video with some very good pictures that Roger took of the landscape and the amazing colors, different cactus. This was in a unique one, and this one was so fuzzy and cute, but it was deadly. And then of course the iconic stovetop or stovepipe cactus of the saguaro. And then this was the efforts of Roger being very tall. This cactus was over 6 foot tall but had flowers on the very top. Stop the video right here and check out the growth of the cactus, and we will see you next time.